We have guests that are coming here to the studio. They're here now, actually getting in position, and so we're gonna have them come on in. It is the Village. The Village is here, and they have a law symposium coming up this morning, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Washington University School of Law. And so they're coming this morning to share about this symposium. It is open to the public, so you are free to join. All right. Again, Washington University School of Law, along with the Village 314, March 25th, today. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the studio. We thank you for joining us. We got Brother Keenan Morrison. You ought to see him, y'all. He's smiling because there's some big stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited.
We got big stuff shaking, and I am extremely proud of the work that we're doing.
Yes. Good morning to everyone. Thank you for joining us. Tell us about the Village and then introduce your guest for us.
Fantastic. Well, good morning, everybody. The Village is a community service organization. The heart and soul of what we do is we mentor young black males ages 6 to 18. We've been doing it for over 10 years. We started in the JVL, and now we've expanded to all over the city. We mentor young men as young as 6 years old, as old as 18. And, what we do is we provide as many real-life experiences as possible because we believe experience is the master teacher.
Awesome. Thank you. And I know Brother Josh, Attorney Josh, is in the building. Good morning, brother.
Good morning, Sister Felicia.
I'm glad and excited for you to be here. What's going on? We got the Law Symposium happening for the youth.
Oh, yeah, this morning. 9 a.m. drop-off. We're going to be, I'm going to let them talk about it.
Yes, please.
But the purpose of the Law Symposium, again, is exposure so that they can see black men, black women in this field that they see on TV and actually be able to touch the experience.
Absolutely. And so who is the sister here at Washington University joining us this morning? Introduce. Go ahead, sister. Introduce. Yes, ma'am.
My name is Cara Hunt. I'm the president of the WashU Black Law Students Association.
All right. Thank you. So what should we expect with the Law Symposium? Let me say this first of all, because as a registered nurse, I'm always trying to get young girls and young boys to understand my field, right? Because we need more registered nurses, especially more black and minority. Are you all hoping to maybe inspire some of the Village young men?
Absolutely. I think, when Keenan approached me with the idea, I thought it was important. We were actually just talking about this, but close to 5% of attorneys are black. And even as a black law student, I don't think I met a black judge until recently. And I'm in my second year of law school. So I really think that it's important that these boys will get exposure to us law students, and there'll be other attorneys like Josh that'll be volunteering. But in addition to just seeing us and knowing that we're real people, they're going to be in the space. I hadn't stepped foot in a law school until law school.
Okay.
So I think that early exposure really can make a difference.
All right. All right. And what is this with the three little bears?
Well, we can't tell everything we got.
All right. Y'all gotta come
out. But Josh has set up an afternoon activity that is going to be highly engaging and a lot of fun.
All right. All right. So, brother, tell me what made you want to be a part of this phenomenal idea, exposing our youth to law and law school?
A lot like Cara, growing up, I'd never met or seen a black attorney except on TV, and maybe one or two total. So I just wanted, kind of like Keenan was talking about, giving them multiple exposures to different professions to show them they can do anything they want. So with this event, we have a 2-part where they're going to be able to see a law school, run around, get to see what the life of a student is like, and then in the afternoon, we're going to bring them down to a courthouse. Show them what a courtroom is, take away that fear. And then we have a bunch of attorneys and a judge coming in to kind of talk to them about what their profession is like, what their daily job is like, their experiences with microaggressions, all that. And then to finish it off, we're going to do a mini mock trial. That's where 3 bears come in. We're going to do Goldilocks and the 3 bears and just demonstrate a little trial for them and make it interactive. So some of them might get called up to be witnesses, ask them what they think, and at the end of it, they're going to get to all play the jury and decide if they think Goldilocks did it or not.
All right now. All right. So I know we're down to our last minute here, guys. So I'm just going to give you this email address that you can reach out to, info@thevillage314.com. Info, I-N-F-O, @thevillage314.com. And so we're going to go on a quick break. I think our time is, we got how many minutes? Oh, we have 6 minutes. Oh, okay.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah, okay. Well, Keenan, take it.
Well, one, I just want to formally thank this phenomenal black woman, Miss Cara Hunt. She is a grad student at Washington University, which I can only imagine how heavy her load is when it comes to, achieving these levels where 5% of the entire country's attorneys are black. So that's definitely a glass ceiling that we support her work in. And Brother Josh LeBacken representing that 5%.
Yes.
I think, it's not the fact that it's available. It's available to everybody. But there's so many people who choose to sit and watch.
Yes.
And I'm grateful for these two for actually choosing to be active and be a part and hold people accountable.
All right. So who else? What other attorneys are joining in and assisting?
Brother Justin Strayhorn,
Awesome.
Sister Portia Britt. We have a couple that are on, Sister Danielle Smith. She works with me. We have a couple other ones that are going to try to make it. That wouldn't put their name out there because they did
Awesome.
have prior engagements, but they should be there.
Judge Hughes.
Judge Hughes, I'm sorry. Judge Hughes from North County, she'll be there. She's going to be serving as the judge for our little mock trial.
Awesome.
And then hopefully we'll have a couple other attorneys.
And so this event is put on with the Bar Association of Metropolitan St. Louis.
Yes,
Okay.
they are one of the community partners.
And then we have the Alpha Mentoring Program as well as the Black Law Student Association.
Where Cara is the president.
Where Cara is the president. Awesome, awesome. All right. So let's kind of go back because this is not the first event. Guys, I just want to tell you the Village is so phenomenal. I started following the Village, probably about 3 years ago or so when I was covering underneath the New Real STL News. And just some of the events, like my highlight is when you all took the boys fishing and that young man. I tell that
your
story
go-to.
every single time because one, I don't know how to fish, right? But his face and how it lit up when he caught his fish. And he was like, he didn't even know he had it. Like, that is my go-to story because until, I leave this earth, it touched my heart.
Yeah.
He's like, I got it. And they helped him reel it in, his very first. But other events have happened.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about the Village.
So last month we had a health symposium partnered with the Black Nurses Association
Yes.
of St. Louis, and Miss Crystal Bailey and her crew did a fantastic job
Dr. Leonore Muhammad,
facilitating a workshop where the young men got to see, touch, feel Black nurses, men and women, Black doctors, men and women.
The EMT firefighter. They
got
a chance to do
firefighters.
hands-on CPR.
We had a chef cooking them healthy
Yes.
vegetarian meals. We had
them working out till they were tired and sweating.
Oh, it was
I didn't even participate.
absolutely. But from there, we got a partnership where we got to I can't remember that chief's name, but he is the chief of the fire department in Normandy, right off of Natural Bridge and Lucas Hunt.
Okay.
We were out there. We're going to be sending gentlemen out there to experience what it's like to be a firefighter. I'm telling you, I think they recruited about 3 or 4 of our high school students in the firefighter.
I bet you.
We have we're going to be back on WashU's campus next month, partnership with the Clayco Foundation. They are going to tour our boys through one of their construction sites where they'll actually get to see what it's like to be in construction and meet engineers. In the May, we're putting together a mechanical symposium where the young men can learn how to change a tire, check oils and fluids and all that stuff. It's the things that we take for granted as adults that if we let them know, hey, this is a part of your future, they can prepare for it.
All right now. Today, March the 25th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., their Law Symposium. Let us know, how can a parent bring their child, if they have a son that they want to be a part of the village, what do they need to do? Who do they contact?
The first thing you can do is email info@thevillage314.com. Two, feel free to send a message through the website. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. Send us a message. It is open to the public, but if your child is not registered with the village, we ask that the parent come too, because we have not built that relationship yet.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, we thank you for joining us this morning on the Freeman Bosley Jr. Show. I know that the event is going to be a great success, and I look forward to hearing more from the Village 314. If they want to donate, where do we send that donation?
Man, again, you can go to the village314.com website. We have PayPal, where you can put in your credit, debit, what have you. Of course, we have Cash App. You can donate on Facebook, but we just ask you to look for that big red V logo.
And now we're talking about introducing our children, our youth, to a law symposium, to give them that exposure on what it is and what it looks like to be Black and in law. That's phenomenal in itself. But I want to go back and ask Sister Cara, what is it that, and I'll ask you too, Brother Josh, so be prepared. What made you want to be a part of community service and giving back in this way? You're in law school. I know you got a lot of studying to do.
I do, but it's always been important to me, and I have my parents and my community to thank for that primarily. I had so many people who poured into me, and being from Milwaukee, it's a tough place to grow up, especially as a Black person and a Black woman. And I had people that invested in me, and they genuinely cared, and I think I've carried that with me, which is part of the reason that I wanted to be BOSA president, not for any clout or anything like that, but I knew that it would put me in the best position to be able to make a change. Mm-hmm. It's more than, throwing parties and having fun events. We have a professional attire fund because I realized that some of our students weren't able to afford formal attire to have interviews and go to formal events, so they just weren't going. Mm-hmm. So we try to support students in ways that I think some of our classmates may overlook. Having professional attire, being able to, eat lunch during the week. It's expensive to go to law school. We also had a passport fund. Some of our students didn't have passports, and a lot of students want to study abroad and get more exposure to the world, kind of like what Keenan was mentioning earlier, just letting people know that the world is a big place and you can go wherever you want. And I, as a leader, want people to feel empowered to take whatever path they want to take to be successful.
Awesome. So how did you get connected to the village? Is this the first time that you're having a law symposium for the youth, or how did you get connected?
Keenan actually reached out. Was it through, I think it was through someone in your fraternity?
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
He reached out, and I think it was in the fall, so we've been planning this for some time.
Awesome.
But when he explained what the village was and what they were doing, I thought it was really important because I think exposure is a big part of getting Black people out in the world and realizing that the world is bigger than your neighborhood or your block. And I was excited. Just knowing how few Black attorneys I knew and Black judges, I was like, absolutely, we want to be a part of it. And we have so many Black male students who are excited to be with the young boys. So
well, thank you. Brother Josh, a servant. You are a servant,
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for all that you do. I really, really appreciate you. And Sister Cara, thank you for sharing your story and your journey and how you ended up being a part of this law symposium for the youth. But Brother Josh,
he just finds his way into stuff, doesn't he?
I'm around great people, and I just want to say I wish I was in law school where Cara was my president at WashU for BOSA, because what she's doing sounds amazing.
Yes.
That really made me kind of jealous, I'm not going to lie.
Yes.
But kind of similar, I'm not from here, I'm from Worcester, Massachusetts, and coming here, St. Louis just welcomed me. I felt like this is home away from home, and specifically, the community just reached out, and there's just so much potential and so much greatness within this place that I just kind of never left. And the way they welcome me, I felt like it's my duty to try to give back whenever possible.
Yes.
And then being around people that are inspiring. Keenan, like watching his dream come to life, is just beautiful. And just being able to get out in the community and give back in whatever form that takes, whether it's fighting against voter suppression, feeding people that have no access to grocery stores or transportation to get out to food drives that are 30 miles away, and just partnering with great organizations like Black Nurses Rock and It's just something that was drilled into me from childhood, and then in college again through my fraternity, Alpha Phi Alpha, by the way.
All right now.
Just gotta shout that out. It's it's the bare minimum of what we should do. So it's just been beautiful to work with Keenan and Cara on this event, and I'm really excited for today.
Lifting as we climb.
There you go.
Yeah, it starts at 9 a.m. And we'll be going until 1 o'clock.
Yes.
And then after lunch, we'll be at St. Louis County Courthouse from like 1:30 to 3:30.
All right.
It's a whole day.
1:30 to 3:30, St. Louis County. Awesome. All right. I'm looking forward to seeing and being a part of the mock trial. All right. We thank you. Again, we're asking that you make that donation. Not if you want to make a donation. We're asking that if you please make the donation. Go to info@314 The Village, or info.
The email is info@thevillage314.com. The website is thevillage314.com.
Go to Facebook. They have a Facebook
Give
page.
STL Day is coming up. Please look for the Village. Look for the logo for Give STL Day.
All right. We thank you. Congratulations. All right. Thank you. We're going to go ahead and bring Mira back in. We thank you for visiting us this morning. We definitely would make a mention of the Village. We always shouting you all out. And for those that don't know, I am a part of the Village Exec Board. I'm truly excited to be a part of the Village Exec Board. Mira, come on in. We got 3 minutes to wrap it up. St. Louis want to hear from you. Thank you so much, brother.
What year are you on?
Listen, guys, we thank you. Again, March the 25th, this morning, we have the Law Symposium for the Village. We'll be at Wash U. Again, the Law Symposium this morning from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Guys, we thank you for listening to the Freeman Bosley Jr. Show. Keep it on lock and quit playing.